FCTA workers paid January salary, got 1 month's wage award. Wiki's aid faults NLC's planned protest. Shoot vandals at site on Nonuga reacts to vandalization of Ibadan-Ilesha-Ife highway project. Federal government to arraign perpetrators of Benue killings Monday. Federal government unveils Bida Zungeru Wushishi Road May 29. Tinubu reforms averted economic collapse in 27 states. This is according to Idris. Makinde assures of continued good governance after tenure. Still in the headlines this morning, reps defend delay in passage of electoral amendment bill. Ondo declares 2-day public holiday to celebrate 50th anniversary. I did not betray Plateau people by leaving PDP for the APC, says Governor Muftwang. Labour Party crisis deepens as INEC removes Abure-led executive from portal. And lastly, in the local headlines, NDLEA arrests businessman with cocaine hidden in private parts at Lagos Airport. Moving on to the foreign scene, at least 200 feared dead in DR Congo's landslide. 12 miners killed by Russian strike in Ukraine. Still in foreign headlines, death toll from New Year's Eve fire in Switzerland rises to 41. Iran's supreme leader warns of regional war if US attacks. Moving into the world of sports, CAF Champions League, Rivers United fall at home to Power Dynamos. Alcaraz beat Djokovic to claim first Australian Open, completes historic career Grand Slam. And those are the major headlines making the rounds this morning. It was compiled and edited by Abiodun Akinwumi. For sponsorship or advert placement, kindly contact our sales and marketing office on 09129294332 or 09077227120. Coming up next is the Diamond Breakfast Show, where we discuss and have an in-depth analysis on some of the topical stories making their rounds this morning. Don't forget you can follow us by logging on to any of the Diamond FM online platforms, our website, www.diamondfm.net. You can also watch us live on YouTube at Diamond FM Ilori. Do stay with us. The Diamond Breakfast Show commences shortly. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman.
The sounds, the vibes, good talking, conversations. You can have it all on Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilori. Diamond 88.7 FM, we've got you.
This is Diamond FM 88.7. Setting the pace, leading the way, radio like no other, bringing you the best in everything we do.
Diamond 88.7 FM.
The major talking points in Nigeria are always on the lips of the citizens.
What's going on in this country? Look at smaller countries taking lead, and you call yourself giant of Africa. Yeah.
For my business too much. They just too hard for us. I mean, I want to kill us. Why not kill us for Nigeria? Please, help us back them.
They should reduce their expenditure so that they can free enough money for social development.
I wish for a Nigeria where we elect a leader based on competency and not popularity.
On the Diamond Breakfast Show, we place the spotlight on the critical issues in the country.
Government that says they are broke can prioritize construction of an additional runway over education of the people.
How can a government, how can you hold in domain. It's intolerable. It's provocative.
Now, you see, when you look at our democratic journey, we are yet to practice the new democratic system in Nigeria.
Join us on Mondays to Friday on the DVS from 9 to 10 a.m. The Diamond Breakfast Show, amplifying the voice of the people. From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Loring, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
A very beautiful morning to you once again. It's a bright day. It's the first Monday in the month of February 2026. Happy new month to you from all of us at Diamond 88.7 FM. May this month come with lots of glad tidings, lots of blessings, lots of great things, dreams achieved, goals achieved this new month of February. Welcome to the show. This is the Diamond Breakfast Show, where we discuss and have an in-depth analysis on some of the topical stories making the rounds. We dissect the stories in our studio. We discuss with our guest analysts. We also open up our platforms to you to also react to the stories, to contribute to your quota. However, we'd like you to know that whenever you call in to make your voices heard, please ensure that your statements are devoid of any false statements, any form of defamation, insult, name calling, and the likes. Let's go straight to the point. Let's make it as short as possible. And when you do call in, kindly turn down the volume of your radio. Please mention your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the Monday edition. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. This morning, we'll be taking a look at Anambra State, the sit-at-home order in Anambra State, how it has affected economic activities in the state, what the government is saying, what the non-state actors are also saying about this particular one. We will talk about this, the implications of this on the people. We'll be discussing this at length this morning. And then from there, we'll take a look at religion and economy, religion and finance, religion and business investment. We'll talk about that this morning, as a cleric has spoken that it would rather build large investment industries that would create jobs, create more employment for people, instead of constructing expensive church buildings. We'll talk about that this morning. We'll look at, if religious organizations should also be venturing into things like this. So what is the impact of these religious organizations on their members and, on the entire society as well? And then lastly, we'll talk about the defections here and there. There's a lot of, political alignment and realignment going on the political scene towards the 2027 general elections. We'll look at this. We'll look at the interest at this point. Or is it, for the sake of the people, or, for their personal interest, and which should come first when you think about it? Welcome to another beautiful edition. I have joining me in the studio this morning, public affairs analyst, the head of news and current affairs, Diamond FM Group, Mr. Taiwo Adediro. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you for having me this morning.
It's good to have you. How was your weekend, and happy new month to you?
Weekend was good. Spent, I think that will be my first weekend this year.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful. We're glad to have you here. We're glad to have you here. Now, let's get into the business of the day, as we do not have a lot of time on the show. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, have reiterated its call for the sit-at-home across the southeast today, which is Monday, the 2nd of February 2026. They call it a Biafra-wide solidarity lockdown in support of Onitsha traders and to demand the release of their detained leader, Nnamdi Kanu. They have called this sit-at-home order sacrosanct and insisted that government actors or misinformation would not stop it, urging residents to comply. On the other hand, the government is saying everybody, every market leader, every owner of a store must be out there today. Their stores must be open. Let's not forget that the market was locked last week because they disobeyed the order of the government for the market to be open. So it was locked for a week. That particular market was suspended for a week. And in view of that, over 200 billion naira was lost in the 6 days of halted trade. That's the implication of that on the economy. Now, let's look at this. The government is saying open. IPOB is saying do not open. This is a clash of interest between the government and the non-state actors. People are expressing fear at this point in time. People do not even know which side. But the government has said that there will be security of lives and property. They would ensure that. But how do you think the people, we don't know what the situation is right now. But how do you think the people will react to this? Do you think people would come out seeing that the government has, assured them that there will be security of lives and properties? And then over time, we've talked about why these non-state actors, that is IPOB, keep having this much influence on the people, why they keep instilling, why they say that, stay at home and then the people would obey without thinking about, its consequences on whether their livelihood or the business. But now the government is even meddling into this matter and saying, go out, nothing will happen. Your lives and properties are safe. How do you think people would proceed?
Well, let me say I am particularly interested in this particular issue. Not just because of how it has affected the life of the people, activities that are supposed to take place, or the economy of Anambra, which is one of the commercial hubs of the nation.
Nigeria.
But because of it is also an affront to constituted authority. It means that government is losing ground, is losing hold of the authority that the people actually on contract basis submitted to him, which means that they should be the one to decide or determine whatever happens. Yes, there are instances where citizens can call for civil disorder. For instance, this it's not as if they have committed any crime whatsoever.
Okay.
But in checking people who flout this order, what happens? They carry out criminal activities. Because I don't know whether you have followed, but you realize that once at some time when government said in the southeast, people should come out, and some people came out. They were attacked. People brutalized, some even killed. And that was why it seems that the citizens also had to retreat and they started staying indoor. Now it has become a norm. So it means that, as you mentioned, non-state actors are holding sway. And this cannot continue for how many years? They've had it over and over again. So if government needs to really, stamp down its ground and say, we have the authority, we have that mandate, and we need to establish it, we need to let you know that we still have the authority, then they must go all out to ensure that this happens.
Okay, so how do you expect, or what do you expect the government to do at this point? The people are afraid.
All I expect government to do is ensure that the lives, the protection of lives and security and properties is guaranteed. If you can do that, then you have played your own part. For those who want to go out, let them go. It is not as if every of those who have been staying indoor are pleased with it. Whatever happens, it does not affect those in the market alone. Even banks, schools, every of the activities. And since it happened, just as the governor said, it's not as if activities don't take place. People go to the stadium, they play football on the street, they do all sorts, which means that one way or the other, activities are still taking place.
Okay.
But the meaningful activities,
productive activities,
yes, the productive activities are disrupted. So, which is what he hopes to, correct. And it is not happening to Anambra alone. I hope that other states now, at this moment, will key in to ensure that the 5 states of the Southeast all fight against this particular issue.
Okay.
The man in question, who they claim to be fighting for, has even been sentenced. This issue, if you still want it to be resolved politically, you would have to show remorse. You have to show that you are also willing to shift ground. So these are some of the issues. Then you can now come to the negotiation table. But all the while, we have heard about negotiations all over time, but nothing has happened. So the major responsibility of government will be to provide adequate security, to ensure that all markets and all establishments who open are protected, and they do not pay for, one failure of the authority in one way or the other. So I of course, I go with them. I imagine you losing about 8 billion naira in every Monday, losing about 20 in a month. All through last week that they did not open now, they must have lost something more than 200 billion. Do you understand? So where do you want to record this? Because Onitsha's market is one of the biggest in all over the country. So you cannot expect that things would remain like that, even if you are showing civil, disobedience for one reason or the other. It's not as if it's perpetual. It's always for a particular period of time while, you both negotiate and find, a compromise. But in this regard, it has lasted and is becoming something else.
Exactly.
So
and
government needs to.
That's what I want to ask you. This particular sit-at-home order has lingered for so long, and it's in solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu, who has been sentenced now. Is it even having any effect? Is it even getting any results at the end of the day? Or it's
at the end of the, at the end
are
of
they
the
getting
day,
any results?
At the end of the day, if you ask me, the people are still the one paying the price because those who have businesses in that market largely are from the Southeast. So it means that it's like, should we say hunger strike? You are going on hunger strike. Something similar, because it is still the people who lose at the end of the day. The business that should thrive, that should push, that should advance the cause of the Southeast is also suffering a setback. So for me, it does not affect. Whereas your fight is not even against Soludo, your fight is against the federal government. So the federal government as a whole at the center seems not to be probably feeling the heat as much as you would have expected them to. So it is even still the people. Yes, still the people of the Southeast. If at all anything goes wrong and you attack, who are you attacking? Not people in the Southwest, except for few of them who probably are living over there. But majorly, it will be people from the Southeast who are also Nnamdi Kanu's kindreds. So, of what you. So, it means that it is better for us to look at it from another angle and see how we can go about it.
All right.
The same Soludo who is saying we need to be wiser and approach this issue the other way, has also visited Nnamdi Kanu. He's also fighting for the cause of Nnamdi Kanu. And he has said the times without number that as much as they are trying to negotiate and see how the presidency can help to bring this issue to resolution. So it means that, you are still together. But as much as possible, peace must reign and orderliness must be in place in the Southeast itself.
All right, thank you so much. Let's take some reactions right here. What are your thoughts? What do you think is the implication of this? The order by the government, there's an order from a non-state actor, which is IPOP as well. Which one do you think the people would follow? Do you think the people feel safe enough to want to come out, as the government has instructed? You can call us on 0913-655-6952, 0913-655-6952. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Mr. Ben from Italepa.
Mr. Ben, go ahead, sir.
Okay. I think issue of Monday sit at home. I think the governor of Anambra State have gone to wake a sleeping dog, because men looking at past 6 months or last year, the issue of sit at home is gradually declaring in some states. Is no more serious as it used to be. It's only in Onitsha. So, and that Onitsha, there is other market around Onitsha that there is market activities going on. It's only that the main market are usually locked on Monday. So I believe if Soludo allowed them, so gradually they will still open like other states, and business activities will continue as usual. But now, what Soludo did now may likely affect other states to go back in a serious way for sit at home. Thank you, and God bless.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ben. Thank you so much. 0913-655-6952. But should the government continue to fold its arms and allow, non-state actors to dictate what happens in its state? Hello? Hello, good morning. What's your name?
This is Dr. Larry Okiki, exponent calling from Itakuri.
Go ahead, sir.
The presenter and my father that is there, may God bless you abundantly.
Thank you.
I want to talk briefly on the issue of IPOP. So the government is governed. Another body is governed. Who has power? So than themselves. So the government should make every effort to find lasting solutions to this problem. It's the way we are handling our security issues. That is what is giving them liver. So to be dragging everything with the government. Government has power over anybody. How can they be stopping people from going to the market? It's a peace disruption in that state. The government should make an effort and every power to find lasting solutions to it.
All right.
Dr. Larry,
all right, thank you very much, Dr. Larry. 0913-655-6952 to keep the calls coming in. Send a message on WhatsApp on 0913-655-6864. What are your thoughts? To let me know. When you call in, please turn down the volume of your radio set. Go straight to the point. We have this message here. It says, well, what I would say is people need to be very careful, and government needs wisdom now, because it's a serious issue, even if no one is above the law. But at the same time, hardwood needs wisdom. JC Obasan from Ofa. Hello, good morning. All right, keep the calls coming in. This one says, good morning. Let me take this call quickly. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Happy New Month to you. Happy New Week. Happy New Month.
Thank you.
Professor Sayodele on the line from airport.
All right, go ahead, ma'am.
We have listened to all the explanation, the issue of market. The governor needs to do a needful so that they won't lose many revenue. Because what they are being earning every market day in that place is a high revenue. They should take necessary action by providing adequate security. Because governor is in charge of security of human and property. They're supposed to do the needful, the governor.
All right.
Continue to protect us. We won't lose revenue. God
all right, thank you very much. Thank you, Prophetess. Good morning, DBS Master Bisola. Good morning to our elder Taiwo. He says the sit at home or no work on Mondays agenda of IPOP is to me an irresponsible agenda. Depriving innocent people of their means of livelihood is despicable, wicked, and unnecessary. If that and the killings of innocent citizens are their programs for the people in the East, then something mysterious must be responsible. It's a good thing that the governor is standing on his authority, and I wish he doesn't cave in. If they see Nnamdi Kanu as bigger than thousands of people whose rights are being violated, then they need spiritual cleansing. That's from Elder Yemi Ashaju. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
From Tayo.
All right, Titilayo. Go ahead, Mom.
I just want to ask you, ma, who is ruling who? Is it the actor of the government? Why should they submit to him and be obeying him when we have a head? Nigeria should do something because they are missing. They are missing out. Please, just check them. The ruling party, be IPOB or what?
All right, thank you so much.
He should submit.
All right, thank you so much,
Good morning,
Madam
ma'am.
Titilayo. Thank you for calling. Keep the calls coming in. Let us know. This one says, this is from Francis from Olunlade. We keep tagging IPOB, but unknown gunmen made the law. The government should have provided enough security for them rather than the harsh move. Southeast would get better soon. People are ready to go out, but no security. Who will bear the loss when it happens? God bless them and their firm. And next one says, coercion implies using force or threats to secure compliance. It is within the purview of government. Engaging in conflict with someone who has nothing to lose is wasteful. No one is invisible for government to fish out. The government should apply subtlety to resolve conflicts. Professor Sholudo should float a new market through public-private partnership. It is possible within 90 days. That's from Kolade Ayinde from Amsterdam. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Tobiko from Ojatotun.
All right, Tobiko, go ahead.
You see, this is a democracy we are. If you look at the people, you say that they are disturbing. They are jubilating, say they don't want to come on Monday. So if you want to settle a matter, go from the grassroots.
All right.
Voice of the people are the voice of the gods. If you are trying to use power, you will get it wrong. It's not only in Onitsha. Even in Abati, it's the same thing. People are not going out on Mondays, especially market. So it's general for Eastern Zone.
Okay, so how do you expect the government to handle this instead?
Let them go and negotiate with Nnamdi Kalu.
Negotiate.
Let him be.
Okay.
This is just the man commit.
All right.
Justice must be done. You can only delay justice, but you can't deny it.
All right. Thank you, Tobiko. Thank you for calling. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Tobiko says, well, government should rather, have a sit down with these people and negotiate with them instead of forcing people to come out at the expense of, lives and properties. What do you think?
If you have your authority, for me, you are only saying all this because government has not, shown enough grip of authority, and that's why we have that loophole. We are talking about negotiation. Are we saying we've never negotiated with Nnamdi Kanu? Do you know the conversations that has actually gone on there? Did you see the arrogance that man displayed in the court of law before the judge at the last time? Are you even aware that the offenses they committed actually carry death penalty? But, out of pity and what could actually come from it, it was, sort of commuted to life imprisonment. So these are some of the things that you must consider. He has not shown readiness to negotiate. He has not shown, any scintilla of remorse. And so it's difficult for you at that stage to say, yes, let us sit down and talk about this issue. I can't count the number of stakeholders, the number of elders forum or whatever who have moved from the south to say, let us go and appear at the instance of Nnamdi Kanu. Why have they not been able to resolve it? Right. And it's not new. The same a similar man, a similar non-state actor, Sunday Igboho,
in the Southwest.
It started like that too. And it was also we felt it was also for a just cause because government failed to address that issue. That was why it came out. But because at the time we realized that it was going the other way, we saw them attack him, and this man fled. And after then, have you seen him argue with the law? He's one way or the other. He has been appealing. He has been speaking with traditional rulers. They've been interceding on his behalf every now and then. I guess late last week, either Friday or thereabout, was when they said it was to finally return to Nigeria. He has shown remorse. Do you understand? And he has shown his readiness to say, okay, in ways that we can go about it, I will collaborate with the government to ensure that we get to the root of this matter.
All right. So are you saying that government should show a strong hand when it comes to matters like
yes, that's what I'm saying. I am saying that even if you're a figure and you feel that, well, to an extent, I have my reasons, I have my rights, but this issue has gotten to this stage, then show some remorse to be willing to shift ground.
Right.
But we are not saying that. I'm just comparing the way Nnamdi Kanu has handled his own issue to the way Sunday Igboho has also approached this same issue.
Right.
And you see the result coming from either of these grants.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you cannot win government. So we should just find a way. The threat of the governor, that I would rather probably just, and within the period that this thing has happened, look at the options the man is already looking at. He's already saying, well, they have a lot of illegal structures there. They will probably start to. Do you know how many people own some of these makeshift shops who will be losing their source of livelihood? He's saying, well, one pack, whatever, this and that, it could take 2 years. They may decide to lock up that place, and it costs government nothing. At the end of the day. So if this thing is the right thing, yes, let us do it. I'm not saying the people of the Southeast should not fight for what they feel is theirs. They should, but as much as possible, let us do in obedience with the law.
With the law. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Comrade John Okolo, speaking from Ilorin.
Comrade John, go ahead, sir.
I feel the governor of Anambra State has a right. He is very, very right in what he has done. Let us face the fact. Nnamdi Kanu himself has said that he has not given any order for sit at home on Monday. He has categorically said that. Now, why are some miscreants ordering people not to go to market on Mondays and defying the government order? I mean, there are people who are backing these people, and we don't know. Let us face the fact. Nnamdi Kanu is not associated with sit down on Mondays at all. He has said it categorically. So those people ordering people not to go to market on Mondays in Anambra State, they are depriving their people of their means of livelihood. It's unfair. Let us be frank. And let policies not be put into this. This is not political issue.
All right.
It is affecting the lives of the people. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. John. We need to go on a quick break. When we come back, we will talk more on this issue. You can still keep your reactions coming in. We will take it after the break. We would also be touching on the other issues that were brought forward this morning. Stick around. It is still Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
Ferrobin iron and care, be good for your body. Yeah. Are you not aware? Folic acid day for there. Now your daily friend for your blood, if it 10 over 10. Oh yes. Feel your best, join to it on past the test. Ferrobin. Blood builder for everybody. Healthy body for everybody. Ferrobin, product of It's in healthcare.
My fellow country people, I hope say you don't hear about health insurance policy wey Kwara government they talk about sotey. The information are confirm and the thing good for you and me as a person and as family. This health insurance, e dey for everybody, for papa and mama. This health insurance also dey for people wey get HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, even pikin under 5 years, plus including pregnant women. Me and my family don't register with just small money. My friend, you fit go any hospital where they do health insurance, whether na public or private hospital. Pay small money and register sharply. With that money where you pay for your family, it go cover you for 1 year. Bam. Now so the thing bill. If you love yourself and this beautiful woman and pikin, go register and get your health insurance coverage so that you no go pay too much when sickness come. You fit call this number for free. Then you go come out your money job 080-010-010 again 01 or go to house 27B Amado Bello Way, GRA for Ilorin. This message now from Kwara State Health Insurance Agency.
Welcome back. It is still the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, your shining supreme station. My name is Bisola Oduwole, Suleiman, and I still have with me Mr. Taiwo Adidiro. This morning we're talking about the sit-at-home order by IPOB and the counter order by the state government as well, saying that people should come out and go to the markets. Last week they were sanctioned for not going out to the markets on Monday. The market was locked for a period of for a week, and they have been asked to go to the markets today. But some people are still afraid. Some people are scared as to what will happen. But the government has promised that there will be adequate security for both lives and property. What are your thoughts on this? So what do you think people should do? How do you think the government should proceed? Some people are saying, well, there should be negotiations with these people rather than a show of force as the government is doing at this point. Let's quickly move on to the second story. And this has to do with religion and investment and employment and economy and the likes. Prophet Samuel Adebayojo, popularly known as Professor Mojo, the founder of Freedom Apostolic Revival International Ministry, has publicly stated that he would prefer to invest in building industries that create jobs and empower people economically over constructing large, expensive church buildings. He made this point during a recent ministration in Lagos. Now, let's take a look at this. He said that he would rather a church should have a practical impact on unemployment and poverty, especially for youth, by promoting entrepreneurship and sustainable development rather than focusing primarily on spiritual gatherings and architectural grandeur. Prophet Samuel stressed that economic empowerment enables people to serve God better and live more dignified lives. His ministry says it is pursuing initiatives that link faith with productivity and real-world socioeconomic solutions. What are your thoughts?
Well, this is something that has been causing debates over time. People have debated it here and there. And, when it comes to faith issues, sort of sensitive. And at the end of the day, we just want to leave the matter unresolved. I just say, okay, perhaps instead of coming to one strange, let's probably just leave it for another day. But we just, at a particular stage in time, need to face reality and say, for the country, what do we have to gain?
Okay.
I also recall that last year, there was also debate about whether churches should pay tithes or pay tax.
Tax, yes.
Yes, or not. Because at a time, people started calculating what they contribute to the GDP. Do they even bring anything? If you probably look at the template or the blueprint, you see that maybe they will be classified as maybe others, part of the others. So they are not really considered.
Okay.
But there's actually a lot of economic activities going on within that space. Even in hard currencies. So you look at how much they have also spread now. I remember that this senior financial expert, Rewani, I was doing a particular analysis at the time, and he was saying, you look at it, like 6 or more pastors now own private jets.
Okay.
So before you can get to that stage, you know how much you must have gathered. Look at the space that one of the churches in Lagos or say in Ogun, occupies. If you are going from this town to Ogumosho, you see the campgrounds. From Lagos to Ibadan, you see the campgrounds. From Ibadan to places like Oshun, to part of Osun State, campgrounds. And you have economic activities. Now you look at it, there are actually people being employed all over as well.
Okay.
Not just working for the church, but businesses established by the church. For instance, you have a university, you have people, you can imagine how many you are employing there. They have this factory, that factory, book publishing industry and all that. You have people there. But who are those you have there? How affordable are also those schools that you are having?
The services,
a topic,
products,
yes, a topic for another day. But I'm just saying that they are also employers of labor, one way or the other. So in that regard, they are contributing to the economic growth of the nation.
Okay.
We have seen several things that the community is not the community is not doing right, but you have some of the churches or the Islamic establishment doing them right.
Okay.
I can't remember, but I know that as at the last time they did the rankings, world ranking of universities, I think it will still be one of the Christian universities that is still leading from Nigeria.
Okay.
That is even making like the first 100 all over the world also.
All
So
right.
yes, we have those good motives. But for the other parts, you look at how much are they investing, how much is the community or the society benefiting from these things. So that is where it lies. And I think that the religious bodies would look at this and start to do more. It's even easier for them to get it right more than government as it stands now, because the trust is not even there on the part of government and the people.
All right, but there's also this question about should religious organizations be venturing into, businesses? Should they be having investments like this that create opportunities for people, either they are members or non-members? Because some would say, their primary objective is to preach the gospel, is to bring people closer to God, is to, improve faith, improve spirituality.
The world has actually advanced.
How do they balance it if they should be doing that?
Yes, the world has advanced. And don't forget that even those who brought education to us are what? They are missionaries. Do you understand? They brought the gospel of God as well as education.
Okay.
So it is just for this. What we are saying now is this particular age, they are taking it to the next level.
All right.
And they are not just stopping about in education again. They are also spreading to other parts of the deal of businesses.
Okay.
So yes, it is a good thing if you can help the economy by employing people, by contributing to the corporate and social development of your community and all that. So it's a good thing for me. But you look at what is actually coming into this church, into this space, and how much is the community benefiting
from it.
If we have churches, if we compare the number of churches we have, and you have them contribute to the communities that they are settled in, we should have seen, astronomical development in our communities, not just for the churches, even for the mosque. If it translates, then we should see it. But we are not saying that, and that is what we expect at this stage.
All right.
To say, yes, people are contributing. How can we channel this to the development of the community?
All right.
How can people benefit so much from this? And we are seeing that, but it's not. It's just like it's becoming something else. And I was somewhere over the weekend. We went to visit a family friend, and it's like a 4-bedroom flats in a compound. And I realized that one of the flats was being used for a church. So I wondered, how possible is this? You have it as a residential building, and you have tenants there who have families, like those who I went to visit. They just gave birth. Perhaps the baby will be 3 months or thereabout. I don't know. Yes. So, and they are holding a service here. They will still also be holding vigils there. Do you get? So you look at what pushed some of these things. Is that really about the gospel? Or could we not have found a place, maybe a shop to use?
A better
Could
location.
could that small church also just merge with one bigger church and let's do the work of God together? So but on that street alone, you have about 4 churches that I saw just within
Very close
the
to
building.
each other.
Yes. So you just wonder whether, and I have seen, yes, I can say it. I might not be able to, open all that and review, but I've seen a lot that shows that many are not going into it for, that faith or for the message that they want to pass across, but because they want to also venture into, they see it as a way to make money and milk the people. Don't forget that we are one of the religious, most religious people all over the world. If we are not second, we are third. Do you understand? So, and we want to take advantage of that particular opportunity. So it's a big one, but I hope that religious leaders would, even traditional religious leaders, will all come, together and address some of these issues, such that we can start to say, yes, we have started benefiting from the religious organizations beyond, the message that they are coming to sell.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name?
All right,
Alhaji Taye, go ahead.
I want to quickly talk on the issue of Anambra State. To take this back, I did say that the action of really silent for them. I think what you mean there is cowardice. I lived in Abia State for 2 years. We changed everything for them. So that time, the issue of Sitato is not so pronounced in Umaya. It's not in all the towns in the southeast that this is pronounced, except for few places like Oka and Boy. But you see, the government is not coming. How can the government dialogue with non-Sitato? It's not done anywhere. It should be alive for our life. I think the government is not coming out to assure the people that they should go out for their business. I believe that they will match it with action. I think that's what I mean is that there will be massive deployment of police, civil defense, and the army. And I want to tell you, massive. If government down the police, they call their block, nothing will happen if people go on their business on Monday. Even in Namchikan, I've said it, the government will say that it doesn't have hands in the seat at over Palava. There is just of people that are still sympathetic in the post of payment calendar that are behind all these things. And let me tell you, it's just that people are afraid of the pronouncement. It's no longer popular. If we go to their business on Monday, you see that doesn't happen. But then government should make a massive deployment so that people have assurance that nothing happens. On this of the churches, it's a bit of problem in Nigeria that we are only at the Pope. When you travel, most of our roads now are, littered with different kind of churches. We are not saying we should not worship. But then, like your guest said, people, pastors, they should be able to, bring dividend of the church in their various community by doing their social responsibility, by empowering the people. If the way our money churches are going, the same way our money by which these churches provide employment for people, all of them would have lived practically. But many of these pastors are only for themselves. And that's why you see a lot of them owning a private jet, building mansions and all that. So what that one has said is really good. The churches to be able to, create a correct opportunity. We have seen churches in Nigeria where they empower people. So that is the best thing.
Thank you, Alhaji Taye. All right, thank you, Alhaji Taye. Thank you for calling. Kolade Ayinde from Amsterdam says, faith without work is dead. The work refers to actions, deeds, or efforts that demonstrate and support one's faith. It's about putting beliefs into practice, showing kindness, helping others, and living out values. In short, work at the tangible expressions of faith. Kolade Ayinde from Amsterdam. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I'm calling from
go ahead quickly.
On the issue of market closure in the South, I want to call it conspiracy. It's conspiracy among the people of the South. That's why they are tolerating that. I've lived in parts of North where people from the Southeast, the shops will be attacked and they will resist. If they choose to resist listening to them. So I like that thing, the governor is doing. Let them provide security. Then let other governors too join. Don't let them be alone.
All right.
An issue of church. I'm a Muslim, and my religion, doesn't allow me to talk about any. If I want to talk about it, it affects, all I want to say is, compare this. South Africa have 5 big companies in Nigeria. MTN, DSTV, and so on and so forth. Nigeria have 5 churches in South Africa.
All right, God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much. 0913-655-6952. This one says, religious beliefs are more of personal than corporate. The voice of one pastor should not be a yardstick for others. Christianity is about spreading the gospel peacefully and in diverse ways. My take on this is that let the government step up to its responsibilities. Religious leaders should drive their beliefs according to souls winning. The economic aspect is secondary, but any of them with capacity can embrace it. Churches now key into CSR's concept. Check your records, Fagbemi Esquire. And he also said, when the voice of the government has no effect again on the citizens, then there is a coup d'etat in process. IPOB has a pivot of agitation, which is secession. Which government will allow that? Let the state agents move into action and round them off. We don't need another civil war in Nigeria. Fagbemi Esquire. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Bisola.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to our guest in the house, Mr. Adedin.
Good morning.
This is Officer Motu calling.
All right, go ahead, sir.
You know, on the issue of sit at home, when the governor decides to close the market for a whole week, why can't they give a counter that people should come out? You know, it's just these faceless people. The problem we're having is these people are among us, but we fail to declare them to identify them to the government. So you cannot be. It's not done if you are just killing your people, killing the businesses in the southeast every Monday for no just cause. And that's what we are saying about education. You can never see somebody that is educated, that is somewhat at stake, that know, okay, I have a brighter future that we're doing all this nonsense these people have been. I supported the governor. Other governors should just rise up and sit up.
Right.
The other government should follow Soludo.
Right,
and on the issue of religion, you know, religion is to God. But those people, the Jews, what were they before bringing all these churches? These churches these schools we are saying, the common man in the church cannot go to this school. So they should have to think. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Officer Mutiu. And I think what he said is also in line with this one. He says faith-based organizations are expected to play their social responsibility roles. Whatever any clergy or religious organization can do to better the lives and well-being of citizens is, to me, a welcome idea. However, whatever they choose to do must be clean and glorify the name of God. Again, service delivery must not be exploitative. That's from Elder Yemi Ashaju. And Richford from Jerry says, justice means Nnamdi Kanu should face the music. His actions caused the death of many military and policemen, including an Eastern policewoman. And okay, all right, your message is long. It says the sit at home order is gross illegality and should be stamped out outrightly. One last call. Hello. All right, go ahead. We have 30 seconds, sir.
Religious organizations should not be taxed. But their various businesses should be taxed.
Okay.
And the revenue realized from those taxes should be used to benefit the people.
All right.
And not the political.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, we just touched on, while my guest was talking, he just touched on the taxes, but that's not basically what we're talking about today. Let's quickly take a look at the defections. Let's just talk about those ones quickly before we go on the program. It's the season, of defections here and there. And the one to note this morning is that of Kano State, the governor of Kano State, who has defected to the All Progressives Congress. And is godfather, political godfather, and his father-in-law, that Senator Rabi Kwakwanso, has expressed deep shock and disappointment and a sense of betrayal. However, the Commissioner for Information for Kano State says, well, it should be something like that should be expected because of the issues going on in the party. You don't expect the governor to risk his, political future in a party that is having issues at this point in time. But what are your thoughts? Let's quickly touch on that before we go.
It took time for the governor himself to make up his mind and say, well, it is worth doing. If you look at the situation now, he seems to even have the structure to look at the number of the members of the House of Assembly who moved with him. He has his cabinet intact, except for few people who are very loyal to his godfather,
the deputy governor as well,
like the son. Yes, like the son as well as the deputy governor. So yes, you have those situations, and he knows he won't have everyone in his own camp. Who knows whether Kwakwanso himself would be moving at the end of the day. It's just that he is saying it needs to be spelled out because he's a chief on his own. And so if he's coming to the APC, he wants to be assured that he's not coming to queue behind some people.
Anybody.
That is what has been his own battle. But for me, the battle is there. The governor needs to know that, well, he has work to do. But he has moved part of the Kwankwansia movement. The Ganduje, whatever, the Ganduje camp is there for him, and he also has the power as the incumbent. So he still have it working for him. The presidency, it seems to be the biggest winner because they will benefit from whatever happens now in Kano. There will be more votes coming to the APC, just like it's also going to happen in Rivers. Either Fubara or Wike, they are all still to the benefit of the presidency.
All right, but we're talking about the benefit of the presidency. What about the benefits of the people? All of this, back and forth between the politicians. How does it benefit us at the end of the day? Now that a lot of them are even moving to one party.
For the people, I think at this stage, we must realize that it is no longer about the party. It is about the personality. Who are you voting for? What does this person represent in your community? Who does he appear to be to you? It does not mean under which platform is coming from. That is what people should start to look at. And I am glad that for some communities, so we have actually seen that sign. In Abia today, they voted Labour Party.
All right.
He happens to be the only governor in Labour Party. He has even decided not to move from that party.
Right.
And as we speak now, if the national grid collapses today, it doesn't affect Abia because he has, looked ahead and provided something else. So his party will continue to gain ground there. Abga has been holding sway in Anambra for quite some years now. So it's a good one. I hope people would learn this and start looking at the people and not the party.
All right. Thank you very much. I like how you rounded off that. To look at the people, what they can do for us as Nigerians and not just the party. This is where we call it a wrap on the program. Thank you so much, Mr. Taiwo Adediran, for coming.
Thank you.
He's
for
the head
having
of
me.
News and Current Affairs, Diamond FM Group. And my name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. Thank you to everyone who sent in messages and to those who called in as well. We can't take all of the messages. We sincerely apologize. Thank you. We appreciate you. Do ensure you have a lovely rest of the day. Ebawadasi is coming up shortly. Stay with us.
This is Diamond FM 88.7. Setting